everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of the Hippocampus. I'm your host. My name is Zach, and today we're just going to go around and introduce everybody. So first off, to my immediate right, we have Alex, also known as Tommy.
Yep.
Anything you want to say?
No.
Okay. And then to his right is Jonas. Jonas, say hello.
Hi, I'm Jonas.
David.
Hi, I'm David, and I hope you enjoyed the podcast. You're in for a special treat.
Oh, yes, you are. All right. Well, this is our very first episode, so we're just kind of testing things out. We're going to see how everything goes. We do have a few interesting topics to talk about today. I'm not going to spoil it, though. I think you should just wait and see what happens. I'm sorry, not wait and see. Wait and hear what happens.
Smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. So this podcast is called the Hippocampus. Not really a reason why it's called that, except for we're here to give you some sensations inside. Isn't that right, David?
I believe so, yes.
Excellent. All right, so I guess the first thing that I wanted to talk about mainly is a couple weeks ago the Sonic movie came out. Isn't that correct?
Oh, yes. Right on Valentine's Day, which is probably the best possible time it could have released. Definitely made some couples very happy.
It made my night, I can say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to start off this conversation with a segment that I want to introduce right away, which is Alex explains the movie plot. So we're just going to have Alex explain to the best of his ability the plot of the Sonic movie. And it was, a week and a half ago when you saw it?
Yeah, after I was done watching the movie, I didn't remember what happened. So this is going to be fantastic.
I forgot the movie I was watching. I was in the theater.
Yeah.
So I guess whenever you're ready, you can just list off what happened in the movie. I'm really interested to hear what you have to say about this.
All right, get my stretches out. So, movie starts off. You see Sonic being chased through the streets of San Francisco by Eggman, and it's very, very dramatic start, and then stops for a second. Sonic says, "How did I get into this situation?" And then it rewinds. I mean, it's a classic movie trope, but I think it's very well used in this situation. But anyway, it goes back to Sonic running around as a little baby Sonic in a Green Hills looking world, very reminiscent of the video games. And then he goes to meet my favorite Sonic character, Longclaw. It's a fantastic character. I'm really glad that they included her in the movie. But he sees Longclaw, and Longclaw says it's dangerous. They get attacked by echidna people. And then they escape through a ring portal. But unfortunately, Longclaw has to stay behind and fight off the echidnas as Sonic escapes into our world, which is stupid. But anyway, Sonic then grows up alone because he's a disgusting, terrifying blue hedgehog and no one wants to be around him.
You're not here for opinions, you're here for just the movie plot.
You're right. Sorry. Anyway, so Sonic goes and he causes a big ol' power surge, which knocks down the power in the entire world, I think, because he's very upset that he has no friends. And then the government calls in Dr. Eggman.
Played by Jim Carrey.
Of course. And he comes in and he's evil, which is expected. And he decides he needs to hunt down Sonic and discover what he is and why he was able to wipe out the power of the entire Earth. So many antics ensue as Sonic is discovered by a policeman, and then they go on a road trip, and then they become best friends, and Sonic teaches him that he should not aspire to be anything greater in his life, but instead stay at home in his small town where he will amount to nothing. And then a bunch of stuff happens. There's a girl, and they teleport around with rings, and they fight Dr. Eggman, and they beat him, and they send him to Mushroom World, which sounds pretty great to me. But anyway, and then the movie just kind of ends, and they go to Olive Garden, and that's about it. So there you go. That is the Sonic movie summarized in great detail.
Okay, any notes, Jonas or David? I know you felt very strongly about the movie, David.
I thought that it was a movie, and it was obviously aimed towards children, but I felt like that kind of distracted from the plot. I feel like the Olive Garden, it felt like a big commercial for Olive Garden, obviously. There was a lot of product placement. There was some other product placement as well. Sonic flossed twice, I counted. And then at the very end, they revealed Tails. And to be honest, I've stayed after for every Marvel movie after scene. And I've never seen a reaction. I'm telling the truth with this. I've never seen a reaction so enthusiastic about Tails' reveal that it just blew my mind.
The theater was a riot when Tails was revealed.
And I did it out of irony, but I don't know if the other people in there did it out of irony as well, or if they genuinely enjoyed it, or if they didn't even know what was going on. Because I looked around at the people that were there, and they weren't really watching the movie. They were watching TikTok, they were on their phones. I'm pretty sure at some point somebody called somebody or FaceTime. But I watched the movie, and that is all I have to say for now.
It was an absolute riot. There were people dressed up as Sonic. I'm confident there were some of those. There was young children everywhere. There were old people too, which I was surprised. I don't know what they thought they were seeing, but I'm sure it wasn't what it actually was.
I mean, if you have a movie pass,
yeah,
and you're bored on when we
fair.
see it Friday, Saturday night,
And
you go
old
see
people,
the Sonic movie.
old people do nothing. So, I mean, why would you not go see the Sonic movie? I'd see it multiple times if I was an old person with a movie pass.
I think that they deserve better movies than that, honestly.
I enjoyed it.
I like the Sonic movie felt like a really crappy YouTuber who makes like kids content wrote the script, and then a multi-million-dollar studio just did everything else, because like Jim Carrey was in there, but like the script was just horrible. Like it was abysmal.
It was like a Spider-Man and Elsa video times 10 to the max. And the dude who played the cop or whatever, who helped Sonic out, that's not his first movie with a CGI character. He's driving around. He was also in the Hop movie, which is the Easter movie. I forget. I think it was Illumination who made that, but wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Who made the Sonic one? It was
Sonic?
It wasn't Sony, was it?
Might have been. I don't know.
Sega?
Yeah, but they're not like a studio though, are they?
They're.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
But yeah, it was pretty insane, honestly, and the theater was packed as well. Mm-hmm. I didn't expect that. I wasn't gonna pre-order tickets for it, but then I realized I had to because the theater was just filling up out of nowhere. The site actually crashed twice, and I was trying to buy tickets for like actually good seats. It was pretty insane. I did not expect that kind of turnout at all.
You can't underestimate the love of Sonic that certain fans have. One of the other fine gentlemen in this podcast that is unfortunately not here with us tonight, Cole, was sitting next to me recounting a lot of very in-depth Spanish Sonic lore that was very interesting and intriguing, and it made the movie watching experience so much better for me because I really got an in-depth perspective into the universe of Sonic, which I needed, frankly.
If I'm confident, the character in the beginning, what's her name? I always
Longclaw?
forget her name. Longclaw. She doesn't exist in the Sonic games at all, right?
Well, no, but she's now canon, and I don't see what else matters.
So, I don't get it. It's like fun, cartoonish, vividly colored characters, and then there's just like this really weird looking owl character, and then there's like these random enemies that they just, like, I don't know, this has nothing to do with anything.
They're building the Sonic cinematic universe, right? They didn't. I felt like the first 15 minutes it was too rushed. They're building that. They're building that up for the prequels.
I agree.
Well, you know, the whole movie was just a commercial for the next Sonic movie. And also Olive Garden too, which David touched on. That was kind of surprising.
It was mentioned twice in the movie.
3 times, pretty sure.
3 times?
2 or 3, I don't know.
But one of the times being a incredibly... Like, it's not just a mention. They go out of their way to talk about Olive Garden after the heroes beat Eggman. that one guy from the government who, first of all, was the one who sent out Eggman to do the job. But anyway, he shows up at their house with a letter from the government, and they're expecting money or something like that, and they open it up and it's just a $50 Olive Garden coupon. And then the guy from the government talks about how he loves Olive Garden and their unlimited pasta dishes, and I was amazed. Which I think the best part of this is, along with Longclaw, Olive Garden is also now canon in the Sonic universe.
Yeah, it was very shocking. I will say the movie at least kept me awake. I went to see Frozen 2 a while ago, and I did fall asleep during Frozen 2. So I missed the entire last half of that movie. And I have no interest in seeing the rest of it, I'll be honest. But Sonic at least kept my attention the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was just surprised at what I was watching. Jonas had just wrote something in the couch. I'm not sure what it says.
What does it say, Jonas?
Do you want to maybe speak that out to the rest of the...
Elaborate here? You losing your mind live here?
No, we're all right.
All right, we're just gonna pretend
Yep.
that did not happen.
It didn't happen.
Leave a like if you want Jonas to reveal what he wrote on the couch.
If we can get 1 million likes, 1 million likes. That's not too much to ask for, I'll be honest.
No.
1 like is equal to
This
1
is
prayer.
The Hippocampus. We don't mess around here.
I remember when I spoke the idea for Hippocampus, and what did you say?
I didn't really know what it was at first, so I was just imagining a college campus with a bunch of hippos running around, which is a disastrous idea. Can we talk? Okay, we need to talk about hippos for a second, because people are always talking about bears and crocodiles and how they are just terrible. Hippos are terrifying. They are terrifying. Okay, they kill 500 people a year.
You made that up just now.
I did not. I looked it up earlier today.
Did you?
Yes, I did. That is a fact. They are the deadliest land mammal, and they're not even just on land. They're in water as well, and they swim incredibly fast. And it's like I think I would rather be in a room with Stalin, and he has a fully loaded AK-47. Rather than be in a room with a hippo. I think my chances of surviving would be better with Stalin than with a hippo.
I'll be honest, I don't think you'll survive either one of those situations.
But the odds are better with Stalin. If I had to choose,
Well, what's the context? How did you end up with Stalin?
Well,
I think, personally, Stalin's going to be a quick death. He'll shoot you a couple times and you'll be done. A hippo is just going to mangle you and
I
just
agree.
destroy you.
That's why I would choose Stalin over the hippo.
But sorry.
Go ahead.
If Stalin is just you're just randomly in a room with Stalin, why should he... he just killed political enemies, so as long as you're not a political enemy, you should be fine.
He killed a bit more than political enemies, I think.
I feel like most of those deaths were from starving, right? From just...
No, that's
no.
Stalin didn't directly kill them.
He just let them starve.
He just didn't feed them for a while. And they kind of they did what they wanted to do.
No, I don't know the exact history, but I know there was... It was referred to as the Gulag, where he would just send millions of people to die.
But that isn't him. Well, I mean, it's him.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
not
he organized it, but it wasn't him.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Well, I mean, you're in a room with an AK-47.
Right. The gun didn't kill him. The bullets did. I am perfectly innocent, officer. All right. The bullets killed the man. I didn't. This is what you're saying here, Jonas.
I think he's just defending Stalin. That's honestly what he was doing.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. Are you pro Stalin?
No, totally not. All right, but I think sometimes the means of production.
That doesn't. No, I can't support that.
I don't think you need to. I think he's doing it himself.
That's fair.
Whenever you say hippo, I just think about the hippo from Madagascar.
She's actually kind of cute.
I was thinking more cute along the lines of, what's his name? Chunga Chunga? Mumbo Mumbo? I forget what his name is.
Oh.
That guy who walks out of the water
Yeah.
and run directly. Yeah.
Yeah, David, you gotta know his name, right?
I've only seen that movie in full maybe once.
What is he, a lemur? He's a lemur, right?
No, I'm talking about the hippo.
No,
dude.
there's this hippo Madagascar to escape to Africa. where he comes out of the water and walks in a very masculine way towards a group of female hippos.
Fun fact, a group of hippos is called a bloat. That's my fun fact of the day.
Is this what you do in your free time? Is you look up hippo facts?
I'm very interested in hippos. Okay.
When are you gonna see a hippo like confront one where you could?
I don't want
possibly
to.
die?
I will die.
You fall in like a zoo.
I
and it's
do.
just you and a hippo.
I do this research so that I can avoid hippos because I'm terrified of them.
Here's how you avoid it. Don't leave the U.S.
You never know, man. You ever hear of what are they called? What are the species that show up and just take over?
Invasive species.
Invasive species. Hippos might be the next invasive species.
You ever seen that one Kevin James movie, The Zookeeper, where he just let out all the animals? Is that what you're scared of?
Yeah, Noah's Ark is gonna show up with only hippos, and they're gonna kill everyone, and that's gonna be that. Like, nukes are not effective, but a bomb full of hippos would be.
I mean, you gotta think hippos are more effective. Like nukes, the whole area is destroyed. But then if you get hippos, it's just taking out the people.
Right.
So you still have all those buildings. So you can just take over entire cities.
I think we should replace the entire infantry of the U.S. military and replace it with lions and/or hippos. I think they're much more effective. I think it'll be easier to get them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to train them, honestly. You know, you can just throw them into a war zone and just let them go.
Like, I mean, think about shooting a hippo. What is that gonna do, right?
And I think
It's like shooting rubber. It does nothing.
I don't know if that's entirely true. I think if I were to shoot a hippo, which I would never do,
Right.
I think I could probably do some damage to it.
I mean, like, when those things get okay, because if you had war
Do they have
hippos,
like udders? Like, what do they have?
I don't think you can milk a hippo, and I would.
I'm not
never
saying
try.
that milk one, but like, what do they have? To
What do you
feed
mean,
their
what-
young?
They probably have nipples like every other mammal.
You could probably. I wonder what hippo milk would taste like.
There definitely is hippo milk.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like pink or something.
That's
I've heard
why-
about that before.
Why would it be pink?
I don't know why it's pink.
Is that what strawberry milk is?
I don't know what it is. No, it's not strawberry milk.
Well, that's
no,
pink milk.
he's just making it.
No, he's just actually just dumb.
What? Bless you.
What did you
God.
say? Plescu?
Bless you.
Oh, bless you. Why are you saying bless you?
You're rude.
Alright. It's fine.
Oh my God.
It's fine by me.
But yeah, no, I really just if there were war hippos, they'd be pumped with like just adrenaline, pain ignoring drugs and just sent on the enemy. They'd just go in a berserk rampage and they wouldn't feel pain. So they'd be able to kill like 40 people before they finally like
Isn't that what happened in the Madagascar 2 movie?
I did not watch it. Maybe that will be what I summarize next cast.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch Madagascar 2 this week at some point. And then at some point, we'll review it. Except we don't know how often this podcast is going to be going on. It's either going to be a weekly or bi-weekly thing. But it probably will only be at most bi-weekly for the next, I'd say, month or so, as people are kind of wrapping up their big projects right now and everybody's kind of busy with other things. But expect some other stuff coming out soon as well. We might upload a video we made a while ago, a MTV Cribs spoof. That might go on there.
That is
just for fun.
Classic. Oh yes, and I did mention already Cole, one of the other
You
gentlemen.
don't gotta say his last
And
name.
there is a sixth man, Matthew. I won't say Matthew's last name.
That's
Why?
probably a good idea. What's his home address?
But
Here, let me pull up his phone number.
no, they will be joining us though in future episodes as regular cast of the cast.
Yes.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
This is mostly just a pilot, but it'll probably go up as the first episode. We're kind of seeing how things go. We have all the equipment kind of running, making sure everything's running smoothly.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, Matthew, he has some bass performance lessons to go to. He's known as around these parts. I probably should.
Way to just say his last name after that whole conversation.
Yeah, I kind of forgot all about that. And Cole, he is sick at the moment. I don't know what honestly is happening with him.
He might die soon, which
Yeah.
would.
I've heard one thing from him in the past, two things from him in the past couple days. One was a text saying, "Yeah, I'm doing all right," and another one was a meme. And that's about it, as much as I've heard from Cole.
He may be deceased as we speak.
He honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
That will be down in the description if that's the case.
We'll post a video.
Yeah.
Of Cole's
Funeral.
Cole's funeral. I mean, he never was really a survivor, really.
No, I mean, he definitely would be. Like, if a hippo invasion were to happen, he'd be the first to go, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why? Him? He lives in the middle of nowhere.
That's where they prey.
Like a swamp?
Yeah, dude, that's like, you think if you were a hippo landing in a strange place, like, you think you would go to the nearest city and just start killing people? You'd start in the swamp, and then you would adapt over time once everyone in the immediate rural area is dead.
It's like an RPG. You got to start in the small areas so you can slowly rack up.
Exactly. We should make an RPG about being a hippo and murdering all of the U.S.
Do you know how to make a game?
No, but one day.
I mean, you know how to code. I've seen your codings.
That's true. I make some... I'm quite the
Why don't you tell us
programmer.
about the recording you sent me the other day of your first
there's a different program that I think, would be more palatable to talk about.
Yeah? Not the one I'm thinking of.
Well, I just made a simple one where it's just, you run it and it just prints out a picture of a penis, a phallus, Nothing wrong with that.
What's the other one?
Well, okay, the other one, I forget what it's called, but
you know what it's called.
No, I did name it, but it when you run it, it asks how many fetuses you have and how many abortions you're getting, which is fine. But of course, if you ask for more abortions than you have fetuses, there's a small bug in the program that will cause it to crash. But I think that should be expected. Why would you want to get more abortions than you have fetuses? It makes no sense. But I'm thinking that this is tech that could be easily used in a abortion clinic.
When would it be in an abortion clinic?
Well,
you telling me they can't...
So that the doctors would know what they're dealing with, right? Like,
I'm not a doctor by any means, but I'm fairly confident that they don't need simple math to really figure out how many abortions they need to do.
Well, it's just, you just have the iPad out front when they come into the clinic, and they type that stuff in, and then the doctor's like, oh, we got like 4 fetuses coming in, get ready, get the chopping block all set up. I don't know how abortions
I don't think there's more than one fetus unless it's like twins or triplets or something.
You never know.
I'm
What if they're like conjoined?
Yeah.
Is it 1 or 2?
Like a disgusting, like, harlequin.
That's a good question.
Abomination.
But I still don't think that there's more than one if it's just like a single baby. I don't think it's how it works.
Look, all right, you're not the person working at the
neither are you.
The abortion clinic. Yes, but I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna show them this tech, and they're gonna be like, "My God, Alex, we need this."
They'd say, "Is this a joke?"
We've waited so long for this, and I'd be like, "You're welcome." And then
they go, "Haha, very funny."
Patent it and trademark it and get a lot of money for my abortion estimator.
Do you think abortion clinics work like our school library, where you have to like sign in and tell them what you're there for?
Yeah, like the counseling office. You gotta go in and sign in on their iPads.
Can you check them out?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, probably not the alive fetuses, but like probably the corpse.
I'll be honest. I don't think they just let you take those home.
Well, I don't know why you would want to, but like, what are they gonna do with them? Just throw them out?
I'm sure they have a way of disposing of them. I don't think they just toss them in the trash.
It's like, it's like when you go into like
an Olive Garden per se.
An Olive Garden, and like they have all the like scraps from the tables that like people aren't gonna eat. They're just gonna throw it out, and you're like, hey, can I just eat that? Like, they would allow it because they're just going to throw them out anyway. So if you walked into an abortion clinic or like, can I please have a fetus?
I don't think they give you one. I'm sorry. I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I don't think they just give you those.
I think, like, fetuses would match really well with my glass jar collection.
Your glass jar collection with a single My Little Pony in one of them.
Figuring.
Yeah.
No.
The circle of life.
I don't think that's what you'd call it.
I did not feel comfortable sitting on the couch as the person that just made that comment and now and earlier was drawing some mysterious message.
Did
into
you-
the couch?
You didn't see what it said?
No.
Oh, it wasn't mysterious. I could read it.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw what it said.
Oh.
It wasn't anything
I
horrible.
didn't really want to look at it.
David, you okay over there? Man? David is kneeling down with his head in his hands.
Yeah, I'm just a little tired.
David, tell us what you did today. Where were you until 7 p.m. tonight?
Okay, so at our school, I was at Lanker. I did the lighting board, and we didn't do anything because there isn't anything for us to do because the cast isn't prepared yet. So we're just sitting there watching the show, taking down notes. But I don't know what the play is about. I've seen it on Broadway once. I think we're doing Hello Dolly. We are doing Hello Dolly.
I think you're doing Hello
That's-
Dolly.
No, I know we're doing Hello Dolly. That came out wrong. But, yeah, that was fun, just sitting there and just staring off into space for 4.5 hours. That was wonderful.
While you were there, we had a very engaging conversation about Eleanor Chippett. I don't know what her last name is, but the one from the Chipmunks movies.
That's the one with the glasses, right?
No, that's Jeanette.
Jeanette, okay.
Eleanor is the one that Theodore likes.
Okay, it was either her or...
And then the last one's name is Brittany. I'm confident. She wears pink though, not red like Alvin.
Right.
I don't know why you guys know about this topic.
I think everybody knows about Chipmunks.
No, they're kind of annoying.
You what?
What?
They're kind of annoying.
You want to say that again?
Not really.
You gotta watch your mouth, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Look, there's like 3 or 4 of those movies now, isn't there?
4.
There's 4?
I do not
There's
keep
4.
track.
There's the first one, the subtitle. There's
The Squeakquel.
2, the Squeakquel. 3, Chipwrecked. And then 4, the Road Chip.
Why do you know all the names of the movies?
Good question.
Do you think the same guy who's in Sonic movies in those movies too?
What?
The cop. Do you think the cop who's in the Sonic movies in that movie too? You just drives him around.
I wouldn't be surprised if they made another one if he's casted in some capacity.
Do you think he's proud of what he does?
I mean, I'm sure he's making a lot of money off of it, so...
That's true. I mean, Sonic did make over what? I'm not gonna say $100 million
At this point, probably.
which is crazy to believe. It did break its $95 million budget, which is pretty good. I didn't expect it to, this early on at least, I'll be honest. I know our other friend Cole thought it would just tank completely, but as we saw in the theater on Saturday night, it was completely packed.
Yeah, like people in there with like Sonic masks. Like these are like full-grown adults. And
Well, I don't want to make fun of anybody
Right.
who likes Sonic.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you could do something with your life. You know what I'm saying?
Now you're just attacking people who like Sonic.
They're a little strange. Is all I'll say.
Are you saying cosplayers are strange?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm
Are
saying.
you against cosplayers?
If I want them to stay away from me, you know, like I don't feel safe around
That's-
cosplayers.
Well, you don't feel safe around them?
No,
What do you think they're gonna do?
I don't know, and that's what's so scary about it. You know.
You know, you were good friends for a while with the cosplayer.
Yeah. Well, I don't. I mean, I never partaked in any
No,
cosplay.
in fact, I'm sorry, 2 cosplayers. I forgot the other one.
They, you know, they do what they do, and I'm not gonna tell a person what they can and cannot do.
But you will say that they're gross and they want to stay away from you.
Yeah. Well, I don't talk to them anymore. Very
Because
much.
they cosplay.
I mean, not directly. I mean, when you make a decision,
right now, man.
when you make a decision, a lot of things go into it.
He's getting
all right?
very uncomfortable right now. He's shifting in his seat quite a bit.
And sometimes a few things add up to a lot. You know, a lot of small things make one big thing, and that was just one of many reasons why I might not interact with those people anymore. You know, but it's whatever.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Sometimes it be like
life
it is.
happens. People are cosplayers and they're gross.
I'm gonna defend Alex here. I used to be in like sort of middle school. I used to be friends with a few people who are now cosplayers, and it's like, if you make something really creative, you have like a costume that you put a lot of work into, and that is something that you're really passionate about. I don't see any problem with that, but I do find it weird when people buy like a Halloween costume for a character and post like them in that costume like 20 different times on social media. It's sort of pointless.
Well, I think the thing about that is that they sort of identify as that character. And I think what you need to realize is that you guys are really insensitive right now and you're probably hurting a lot of people's feelings.
I have never cared about hurting people's feelings, and I may never. There are two...
You just completely
Here's the thing you have to realize, alright? You could say literally anything, and there will be a person that would be offended by it.
Because you say things like cosplayers are gross.
Alright, well, truthfully, right? They're not gross. A lot of them. Some of them are. Alright, I'm not gonna say.
Even keep your story straight.
I'm not gonna say that the guy that walked into the movie theater with a Sonic mask on was not possibly a little bit gross, but I'm not against many cosplayers, truthfully, because like my sister's a well, she doesn't really cosplay, but she used to, and like stuff like that. It's
David was very excited about that one.
it's a different world. And
is that your sister with or without the baby?
Without.
Okay. David just got up and left. He just left the room. I don't know what happened.
No, I'm still here. Don't worry.
I was worried. I want to make sure you're still here.
Yeah.
Here, I can give my take on this.
Oh, please.
I don't care if you cosplay. I don't mind it. I don't even care if you post on social media. I think sometimes a lot of hard work goes in some of those costumes. And you know what? I don't even care if it's your fetish, okay? You be you. Wait, guys. As long as...
David, I don't think you're recovered from this one.
As long as it's nothing illegal. Like, if you do something with, say, Myers, that's pretty screwed up. But, like, if it's two consenting adults, it's all good. And if you want to be Sonic and your other partner wants to be Princess Peach, it's okay. Just, for the love of God, don't post that stuff on social media. Don't post that on YouTube. It could ruin your life.
You came up with that idea pretty quick for Princess Peach and Sonic. I don't want to call you out or anything, but I don't know what else to say to that, I'll be honest. Besides, you had that right there, ready to go.
I honestly didn't. I just chose two random characters.
It's just a topic that's on your mind a lot. I understand, I think that acceptance is an important thing.
I wasn't expecting you to throw the word fetish into there at all, I'll be honest. It kind of threw me
for that we weren't talking about that necessarily. So you kind of...
Well, no, no, this has nothing to do with my personal beliefs. I would never do that. But here's the thing.
Yeah, okay, you could hear the hesitation there.
He would never do it in public.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. If I had those sorts of fetishes, I would not display them in public. I wouldn't display them on YouTube. Like, I wouldn't wear, like a revealing costume of Peach and go out and cosplay set. That's a little bit weird. At least in my humble opinion.
What about Bowsette, though?
But, you got me there. No, but in all seriousness, it's a little weird to go out and, like, do that unless it...
At least not in a con. Like, if you go to, like, a
Right,
Comic-Con or something.
not like a Comic-Con.
But I think what you're trying to say is, like...
I mean, what you do in your own house, that's none of my business.
I think what you mean is, like, if you go to, like, White or something.
Right.
Dressing up as a character.
Right.
Unless you're on your way to a con. I think. Is
Right.
What yeah.
Right.
It's just unexpected.
Right, but
at the most.
So to sum up my opinion, I believe you do have the right to go out and dress for like Comic-Con or something, and even, I mean, if you wanted to out in public, okay, but it's just, I don't know. It could be drawing attention to yourself at the same time. Who am I to say, hey, you can't wear that?
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely a right.
Alex did call him gross.
Well,
so I think he definitely has an issue with it.
Not all cosplayers are gross, alright?
Which ones would be gross then to you?
There are... Well, I think you can usually tell when you see a cosplayer.
What is that supposed to mean?
I think you know what that
I want you to say it out loud.
There is nothing to say. There's a certain, stereotype.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
You know, you know.
Exactly.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
you never know.
You could throw some easy characteristics in there, like they probably don't wear deodorant. They probably have really greasy hair. They probably have a TikTok account.
Now keep in mind, these are all stereotypes.
Yeah.
And this is a negative stereotype.
We have no problem stereotyping here on this podcast.
Stereotyping's fine. David, how have you been?
I've been wonderful. Yeah, my life's pretty boring. I don't really have anything to say. I've just been here, going through day by day, going through the same routine over and over again, and there's no end.
So sad.
That is
David has
tragic.
eaten nothing but pizza rolls in the past, probably, 8 hours now?
Probably.
I just today realized that pizza rolls kind of suck.
No,
The sauce is sweet. You should not have a sweet sauce.
I strongly disagree. I think that pizza rolls are one of the best, if not the best, snack foods that anybody can eat.
Have you ever had a taquito?
I have. And I believe at some points... do you microwave them or do you put them in the oven?
Microwave.
Okay.
your pizza rolls?
All the cheese
taquito,
falls out of the taquito in the microwave.
Not all of it.
But most
You
of it.
scoop it up.
Most of it. Then when you bite into it, you taste the freezer.
I just don't agree. I think you get some taquitos.
What does freezer taste like to you?
You know when you open up the
like
freezer and you smell it?
I don't
Not
smell
really.
my freezer.
Well, it doesn't smell bad. It just smells like a freezer.
That
smells like
That's
like
not a
frozen
smell.
plastic.
I think you should get your freezer checked out.
You got some asbestos growing in his freezer.
I have multiple freezers, and in every one there's that nice freezer smell.
So you go around day by day smelling all of your
Well,
freezers?
no, I open the door
Every morning he
and I
gets
take a
up
whip.
and checks all of
Yeah,
his freezers.
Because he has to make sure.
Take another hit of that
David lives
freezer
for it.
air.
Man, I need some freezer right now, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what freezer burn tastes like. Maybe it's the taquitos that I'm eating.
Maybe you're in the wrong.
Maybe I am, but I believe that pizza rolls are the best snack food. Maybe mozzarella sticks top that, but overall,
Mozzarella sticks are really good, though. I will admit. They are terrific.
but they make me really constipated, and that sucks.
You know,
That does help. You know what? I feel that, dude. That sucks a lot.
I think it's a nostalgic factor, because I had pizza rolls for the first time today, and there's just like not a lot of flavor going on. It's just sort of boring. Sort of just tastes like sweet sauce. and
Sweet
that's about
sauce.
It
Sweet
tastes like
sauce.
sweet sauce and bread with a little bit of cheese in there. It's like you're having cheese bruschetta in like a little bite.
It's like you get the full enjoyment of a slice of pizza in one bite.
No, you
No.
get crappy pizza
Yeah.
that has sweet sauce on it in
Yeah.
one bite.
There's no such thing as crappy pizza.
Yes, pizza
Yes,
with sweet
there
sauce.
There's such thing as crappy pizza.
Pizza is always going to be at the bare minimum pizza. You can
No.
still eat it. I will say that sometimes it's not that good.
Alright, but this
But-
is also coming from a guy who thinks that cereal is a soup. So
I
What
fully
should we
believe that
believe?
cereal is a soup.
I
You can't convince me otherwise.
I fully disagree.
That's fine. You can disagree all you want. But you can't disagree that hot dogs are indeed not a sandwich. They are a sandwich, is what I'm trying to say. But you say they're not a sandwich.
Well, I think I've come to discover that they may just be a sandwich. But I also don't really care because I don't like hot dogs.
But you care about cereal being a soup.
Because I like cereal.
I like cereal. I like hot dogs too.
Yeah, but like I'm not going to care about something I don't enjoy. You know?
Well, You just suck then as a person.
Well, that's
Nothing. I
Yeah.
guess I'll just go back to the tape then when you almost said what you were going to say earlier.
That's that. Anyway, I'm going to bring up a topic that I've had that I want to talk about. And it might sound mundane, but I think there's a lot there. We're going to talk about sidewalks. Because I think for a lot of people, they really take sidewalks for granted, and they don't really think about, it's a sidewalk, right? But as someone who lives up in a very rural, mountainous area and does not have sidewalks, you really realize what you're missing out on when it's gone,
Poor mountain boy doesn't see sidewalks ever.
I do not, and it is quite a shame. I don't get the luxury of being able to walk on a relatively stable piece of land. Instead, I'm walking about 2 inches away from the nearest car that could easily kill me at any moment, and it's part of that. It's adrenaline.
I can only hope.
Okay.
I will say though, shout out to Sidewalks, keeping me off the streets all these years. I'm very generous of them.
Yeah, I remember one day. It was like a really crappy, snowy day where like the school didn't give us off, even though like there was ice everywhere for some reason. People were waiting. They were like, "What's gonna happen?"
Oh yeah, I almost died in my car that day. That was pretty fun.
Moving on. I remember hearing this one guy saying that he had like a picture on social media of the sidewalks, and he said like, "I'm not coming to school with the sidewalks like this." And all I could think was, I don't even have sidewalks. I have to walk up to my bus stop every morning, just on dirt, just like unstable, horrible ground. I just have to walk through snow and ice, or walk in the road and probably get hit by the trucks that come down way too fast every day.
When are there trucks up where you live?
There are, well, not like trucks, but like trucks, not like tractor trailer trucks.
Like a Chevy truck?
Yeah.
You mean? Okay.
There's actually 2 of them that happen to come down almost every morning. Just the times work out with when I go up to the bus. And one of them has the very stupid, the new like bright lights on cars that are like white.
Oh, the LED lights.
The LEDs,
the LED lights.
super bright. So I've nicknamed him Bastard. And and the other truck has normal lights and it's blue, so I like him. His name's Blue Truck. And sometimes Fat Truck comes down and he's just fat. There's nothing more to say about
so
him.
Awful.
He's just a fat truck.
That's terrible. No, but if you have LED lights in your car, just stop. Honestly,
just stop.
It's terrible to the drivers as well. Like, congratulations, you can see in front of you, but I'm blind the rest of my life now because you just don't like normal lights, I guess.
Zach is actually a blind man. That is factual.
It's kind of hard to drive as it is.
He was blinded at a young age by LED lights. He stared up at them for too long, and now he gets around by dog.
Specifically from a Chevy truck, I got blinded by.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should even be allowed to drive, because...
Yeah, we've seen you driving.
Well, I'm not even talking about that.
Jonas got pulled over the other day.
Why?
You want to talk about that, Jonas?
Sure.
Story time.
So I was picking up a friend of mine. We were going to school.
What's our home address?
So we were picking up I was picking up a friend. I just was like literally 2 seconds away from her house, and I was turning right on a road, and there was a stop sign there. I sort of made like a rolling stop in front of like 2 cars that were going, apparently the car, one of the cars that I pulled in front of was a cop car. So he starts his light on, and I ask my friend, "Am I being pulled over right now?" And then I go on the side of the road, roll down. Like I first roll down my back windows because like I'm not used to having like 4 controls to the windows.
Imagine being that cop and this kid rolls down their back windows.
So I roll down my front windows, and he's just like I have no idea what's going on. He's just like to the left of me. I roll down my windows, and he's like, there's a stop sign there, right? You might want to stop there. And I was like, okay, thank you. And he drives off, and then I continue driving. It was an experience.
So, your first time being pulled over, you've had your license for about a month or month and a half?
2 months.
2 months. So what I want you to know, Jonas, is that the next time you get pulled over for that, you will get a ticket for it.
We'll see.
No, it's not. It's not. We'll see.
We'll see.
They have your plate in the system now, and so next time they pull you over, you can check your plate and be, oh, this kid already got it.
Do you think they put the plate in?
Yeah, they have a system for it. So they when he stopped you, he wrote up your plate, put it in his computer or whatever, and it marked it as like a warning or whatever. 'Cause I'm assuming you don't get a ticket for that, did you? Right?
No, he just drove, he didn't even get out of his car. He just was on the side of my car, and he was just there's a stop sign there, right? I don't think he put in my plate because I don't think he just seemed like he just wanted to get to work and he didn't want to have to deal with these stupid
maybe
kids.
You got lucky.
Maybe I got really lucky. I really hope I got lucky.
Next time you
why don't you try it again? Try it again tomorrow, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you know what? I will. We'll see. I gotta find that cop.
just crash into him. That's the quickest one.
Yeah. Just try your best to just piss him off the best you can.
He seemed pissed off already. It was an experience.
I think I know the intersection you're talking about. And one time I was driving back from that one same person's house, and I was going on my way to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going about roughly 10 to 15 miles per hour over the speed limit because I was running late to work.
Of course.
And I passed by a cop going the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I slowed down a lot to make a turn. And we made direct eye contact. And I could tell, he knew what I was doing was wrong. But he didn't want to, take time out of his day to turn around his car and pull me over. And so it was kind of a really interesting experience because I knew that if I was just facing the other way, he'd just destroy me. It was really cool.
What if it was the same cop?
You think he just hangs out at that intersection waiting?
Yeah, he's just waiting for stupid teenagers.
He already found two.
Yeah.
At least.
Maybe he just, knows that people pick up that person a lot, and they just wait there.
That, you know what, they probably do know that,
Mm-hmm.
And it happens sometimes.
I find the police don't really do much. And I feel like...
Alright, well, let's unpack this large box.
I'm not, I would say that, in larger cities and stuff, of course, the police are doing things. But I think, small town police don't really do much, which is why it baffles me that the message of the Sonic movie was that you should not move to a bigger city to further your career, but instead stay in your small town where you're clearly wasting talent.
So here's the idea, right? You take all the small town, absolutely useless cops, right?
No, whoa.
Okay. I'm joking.
This is hypothetical.
I'm joking.
This isn't our town. This is some other town.
So hypothetically, all cops are just plain useless.
No, I'm talking about in small
towns.
Sonic small town.
In Sonic small town, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What was it called? Green Hills?
Green Hills, Green Hill Zone from the Sonic game. Whoa.
Dude.
Is that amazing?
And then he exploded all the generators so they couldn't do anything else.
We take all the small town cops, right? And we make a task force specifically for eliminating hippos to keep them under control.
That is smart. Jonas, I'm glad to be sharing this couch with you.
Let's not give the current government any ideas. I think that's what we should do, is not do that.
They're already listening. It's too late.
Oh, shoot.
This room is mic'd.
You think so?
It's bugged.
Where would it be bugged, do you think? That Cars poster?
We're not supposed to know.
Did you make that?
I think I did. Probably about 8 years ago.
Wow. It is glorious. I think probably the creepy doll in the closet is.
Let's not talk about that.
Wait, what?
But can I see it?
Sure, just open the closet door up.
Anyway, as he's looking at that terrifying creature.
Oh, I think my mom has. It's a Cabbage Patch Kid, right?
I don't know. It's called Mrs. Beasley, I believe, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty cute.
That might be. I don't know. Do you think that's worth anything?
Probably not.
For our listeners, the closet is pretty much empty except for the one doll just in there, just staring.
And some wrapping paper.
And some wrapping paper. It is terrifying, honestly.
I mean, not every doll is that creepy.
I think I'm not a fan of dolls. My sister, when she was younger, used to pour milk in dolls' eyes, which is
What?
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't. She was young.
That's just like some serial killer stuff right there. I'll be honest. That's
no.
pretty terrifying.
I mean,
You mean what?
Kids.
I mean, I
You know,
guess.
like kids do strange things.
Mm.
What have you done when you were a kid?
Whenever I ask about my childhood, my parents just say that I was a gross mess, and
I think that's still true to this day.
I'm not a cosplayer.
Well, when I was younger, my mother told me a story. Well, she told me a story recently, but when I was younger, maybe like 3, for some reason my mom had me naked up next to a computer, and I just peed all over the computer. That happens, yeah. I don't know why I was naked near a computer in the first place, but you know what? I guess she was doing something important.
When I was younger, I told my kindergarten teacher I did not like to color. I would be one of those kids who would get a coloring book and just scribble, not actually draw. So I told my kindergarten teacher, while I was in kindergarten, that coloring will get you nowhere in life because I was just so bored with coloring. Like, the other day, my history teacher, we were coloring maps, and I just didn't want to color. So I said something along the lines of, when my teacher came by and said, "Aren't you going to color?" I said, "Well, look on the map. There's black, there's white," and I had lines which had color. It was about like different, I don't even remember what it was about. I think migration in the world, and we had to do like different colors from the different areas.
Was it possible it was the migration of hippos?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
But that was the only thing in color. I said, take a look at the map. There's white, there's gray, and there's a bit of color. Take a look outside. It was a cloudy day, but there was still a bit of color. What do you see? Coloring this map is like life. She was like, "Wow, now I'm depressed." No, I'm not even joking about that either. So,
I will say about coloring though, I loved doing it in elementary school. Absolutely loved to color. But then in middle school, you kind of like, coloring is awful. Like, I never want to do this ever in my life. But then I'm in high school again, and I think, man, I just want to color every day in class. You get that feeling?
Yeah, it's a weird progression. One of the things I think is weird is that in kindergarten and elementary school and stuff like that, they have a dedicated nap time in the day, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, I have that right now. It's called world class.
Well, that's fair, but I mean, it's not as official as an official nap time, and I always remembered hating nap time, and I think most people did.
yeah,
Because it just, you didn't want to nap,
Sucked.
you wanted to do stuff.
right.
But yeah,
David wanted to not color.
yeah, or nap. He really didn't want to do anything. I think.
No.
But now in high school, I would actually appreciate having a nap period.
That's what study halls are for.
Yeah, but study halls are usually loud.
Every time I have an 8th period study hall, I just sleep.
Well, Zach, I'm glad you're very...
And people take pictures of me and make fun of me for it.
Well, that's fair.
One time a kid slapped me awake and said, "Hey, aren't you on ETV?" And I said, "Yeah." And he went, "Oh, cool," and then just slept.
That's...
I was like, "That's awesome, man."
Yeah, well, I mean, I think if you... That's why we need a dedicated nap time, so people can't harass you while you're trying to sleep. You need, you need time where
that's
everyone's
true.
just
That's true.
sleeping. The only problem is then, like, boys try to sleep with girls, and then
All right,
it'd be a little weird. Hey, alright. I've been on school
All right.
trips.
So anyway, I mentioned ETV earlier, and ETV is a morning announcement program we have at our high school, and most of us are a part of it in this podcast. Me, Jonas, and David, all members of it,
And Cole.
and Cole as well. He's not here with us at the moment, but Matt and Alex are not part of that. I'm not sure why Alex is not. He would have been a great addition to the team.
I would be.
Matt, I don't think could care less. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Matt. Love Matt. But basically, ETV kind of spawned this whole thing we're doing right now. I think pretty much all of us, maybe except for Matt and Alex, have more of a passion for kind of video creating and this whole kind of media outlet. And in addition, with this podcast, there probably will be some videos uploaded to this channel at some point in time. There's always a possibility for that. We don't know what this is really going to be yet. But we're kind of keeping our minds open and seeing what could really just kind of come out of this. So this is kind of just the beginning of a very interesting social experiment, I think. because we all live in society, and that's all you need to know. Alex is now checking his phone because he's bored.
I was checking the time, thank you, good sir.
It is 8:49 p.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now that you've embarrassed me on this
I don't think I had to do
podcast.
anything to embarrass you. I think you did plenty already in this recording alone.
I disagree.
Remember when you brought up the time I got pulled over?
Yeah,
That was
I do.
pretty embarrassing.
I mean,
Jonas, if you were a better driver, we wouldn't have had this discussion.
last time I checked, you almost crashed your car multiple occasions, and I had that from multiple sources.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What occasions are you talking
You
about?
backed into the trees in my
That's
yard.
not a car
Jonas.
accident.
You were going at 5 miles per hour, and I was telling you to get back on the road because you were off the road, and you continued to crash into my trees.
There was no other option.
There's no other option. What do you mean?
Our friend Cole told me a story about how Jonas was making a left turn, but it was so wide he almost hit the pole on the other side of the road.
Okay, let me explain this, alright? Because this sounds a lot worse than it actually was. The pole that he's talking about is like this flimsy little white plastic pole
So you
for
might
like
as well
at night.
hit it.
So like,
Yeah, why not hit
It's
it, right?
basically begging to.
It's a flimsy pole. Just let's hit it.
and I didn't even hit it. I didn't even get close. I got close
Jonas
to it,
playing
but
too
I
much
did not hit
GTA.
it.
You just hit everything.
That's just how you make a turn. Is you make a turn
You
and
hit the pole.
maybe
If
you
you're
go a
making
little
left
wider.
turn, left turns are the easiest turns to make, I think, personally.
Why?
Because right turns, you kind of have to make sure your car doesn't hit the right side because you kind of don't really see that often on that right side. But left turns, you're very close to the side of the car where you're going to be turning, so you can kind of see a lot better and navigate your car better.
Yeah.
Right turns are kind of, you're on the outside of the car, you're making a different turn.
I find left turns so annoying. Like, not general left turns, but like on a busy road, trying to make a left is the worst.
On like a busy road, left turns are terrible. But generally, left turns I feel like are easier to navigate your car with. I mean, right turns are easy too, but I mean, if you're a bad driver like Jonas, everything's hard.
I'm gonna defend myself. I'm not a bad driver. Like, legitimately, I am a pretty good driver.
You're the only one out of all of us to get pulled over so far.
No ticket. Just
Yeah,
some random
It's
cop.
fine. All right.
Like, I stopped. I just didn't.
I hit the guy, but he didn't die, so it's all right.
Whoa, that's completely different.
Is it?
How? In what way?
Well, it involves actually getting into an accident, and I did not get into an accident.
Okay, but there's like accidents, and then I ran into a tree. Like, what would you call it? Running into a tree an accident? I would.
Has
Yeah,
Jonas
I
ran
would.
into a tree?
I have not ran into
You
a tree.
almost did.
No.
He slowly
No.
backed into trees.
Yeah, at 5 miles per hour on a driveway.
Okay, but you were off the driveway, which I was telling you far in advance to you backing into the trees.
Are you even allowed to drive, like with like your eyesight?
I have no depth perception. I'm also red-green colorblind, and I also require glasses to see. So I don't know if I should actually be allowed to drive.
I don't
Jonas,
think you
when
should.
do you know when to go?
Dude, I can tell the difference between red and green. It's just certain times I can't tell the difference between red and green.
Sometimes he sits in front of a stop sign for like half an hour waiting for it to turn green.
Stop sign.
Yeah.
Is this a go sign? That's why you got pulled over. You thought it was green for go.
We're nearing about an hour right now, so if anybody else has anything they want to say before we kind of close out here, I think this would be a good stopping point. Ending with Jonas's bad driving.
I don't know. I feel like this is too good to wait. I want to bring up kindergarten again.
All right, well,
Go for it.
close it out real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so kindergarten, just living life. Except that I didn't realize this is even weird, but I used to kiss my female kindergarten teacher on the lips every single day before I left school. And I told my parents about it, and they were like, what the hell?
She was okay with it?
No, my parents were not okay with it.
No, but what, was your teacher okay with it? She was like, oh,
Yes,
come here, Jonas.
yeah. She was like 80, so like
Oh,
it was
Going
but
after
just
those
cute.
cougars.
But just like that's a little weird.
Did you start it or did she start it?
I have no idea. I just remember that it happened, and my parents bring it up occasionally, being like, "You remember that time like you like kissed your kindergarten teacher like every single day?"
That's
That is
amazing.
absolutely awful. I just don't know what to say to that.
I'm just, my mind is blown.
I'm bewildered. David, anything to say about that?
Tune in next time. I don't know when we're doing this podcast again. We're going to leave you on a cliffhanger. We'll see if we're still bewildered by Jonas's discovery next week. And Zach, if you want to properly close it out.
Yeah, so this has been the Hippocampus. I hope you enjoyed.
Hopefully
and,
we will have all 6 members next week, but we will see.
Hopefully, unless Cole is dead, which could be a possibility.
Yeah.
But enjoy your morning, evening, or afternoon whenever you're listening to this. And thank you for listening all the way through. I hope you enjoyed every second of it, especially that last bit right there. I was not expecting that at all.
That's a great way to close it, I think.
Yeah, so we can't really top that, I think. So I think we're just gonna end it right now. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Yeah, I just said that.